Hello!
Assalamualaikum.
Annyeonghaseyo.
Konnichiwa.
You're listening to Spidcast,
Podcast.
where we say what we think. Keep listening to our podcast to cheer up your day with us,
Sofi, Iin,
Siska.
and Alvia. So, in this first episode, we will read and comment on 4 social medias that is frequently used by teenagers. Without further ado, let's start with the first one.
Okay guys, the first application on social media is Instagram. Let's try this application first. For me, it's 8 out of 10. How about you guys?
For me, same. It's 8 out of 10.
Me too. For me, it's 9 and 10.
Okay, thank you guys for your this application. I think this application is very famous and almost used all over the world. Anyway guys, I will ask some question about this application. There are many features on Instagram. Is Instagram feature is easy to use, guys?
I think yes, Instagram features are easy to use.
If I think this Instagram feature is very easy to access, many new features also makes it easier for me to access photos or videos.
Yes, I agree. It's actually very easy to use. Even my little sister can make her own Snapgram through my phone.
Yes, I think so. The feature is very easy to use. Anyway, what do you do when you open Instagram, and then how much time do you spend on Instagram in a day?
I usually see people's stories and follow people I know. Sometimes I even make stories on Instagram and make new posts. And usually I open Instagram for up to 20 minutes.
From me, I do when I open Instagram is to see people's stories and see and like people's posts and also shop at the online shop, and I can spend hours on Instagram.
Oh, so interesting. Another one.
Honestly, I only open Instagram for seeing my friends' Snapgram or making my own snap. In a day, maybe I can spend around 2 hours on Instagram.
Okay, I actually almost the same with Alvia, and then I'm so glad when I see a daily activity from my idol on Instagram. That is one of interesting thing for me. I feel like know more about my idol. What is the interesting thing about the Instagram application for you guys?
I think the interesting thing about this Instagram application is the filter, because it is very funny, not boring.
For me, on Instagram, you can open anything and you can also see funny things in it. You can even post any story that you think is funny and that's to be posted.
In my opinion, this app was the most updated media social ever. Like, we can see what is our friends, family, crush, or idol doing, their snap or post immediately. And as we know, everyone have Instagram. So it's easy for us to make new friends or stalking someone.
My friend, exactly. Many things to do on Instagram. What are the positive and negative things that you feel from using Instagram, guys?
I think the positive is finding lots of friends.
For me, actually, I rarely open Instagram, but the positive thing that I can feel is that I can get information through the Instagram application. And sometimes I also do to channel information through Instagram. And maybe for the negative thing, if it is not limited, maybe sometimes there are videos that are not worth watching for our age.
I think so, guys.
Yeah, I agree with you, Siska.
We can say it's positive or negative. It depends on you. But for me, the positive things is I can gain a lot of information and knowledge from useful accounts such as Ilustrasi or Ruang Takwa. And the negative one is sometimes I can stop myself and forgetting time.
And here I can stop myself too.
Yeah, me too. I think I am addicted.
Okay guys, maybe we should move on to the next application. Let me show you this application.
Okay.
Do you know what is this?
Yes.
This is Twitter.
Yes.
This is Twitter. Can you guys rate this app? For me, it's 9 out of 10.
For me, it's 8.5 out of 10.
I think 8 out of 10.
For me, 6 and 10.
Okay, it shows that we have different opinions, yeah? Wait, do you guys have Twitter? And are you guys often use it? If not, why?
I don't use Twitter because I was really interested in it and didn't really understand how to use it.
Okay, I see. Next.
I agree with you, Siska. I think I don't use Twitter because the people closer to me don't use Twitter either. But I read this Twitter application 8 out of 10 because I saw from social media that Twitter can show current trends or go viral.
Exactly.
Yes, I have Twitter. I play it maybe in 2 hours per day.
Oh, great. I personally play Twitter more often than Instagram or other apps because in this app we can express our feelings by words and only few people can see it because I only have 40 followers.
Indeed, sometimes Twitter makes user comfortable acting.
Yes, that is what I'm talking about. Okay, move to the next question. In your opinion, what makes Twitter different from other social medias? For me, the originality of its features. Last time, I saw a big-based account announce a little kid is missing. Then, it's go viral and suddenly, a few hours later, the kid was found by another Twitter user. Like, it's so amazing. This is the effect of Twitter features.
I think maybe Twitter is more quota efficient.
Yes, I agree.
In my opinion, why Twitter is different from the others because the Twitter application might be used more than often for artists are often used for people who tell stories about their lives, even in it there are many algorithms.
I think Sophia, the feature makes Twitter very different from other. Twitter use dominant writing for content, but it's still interesting because the conversation is very flexible and free to express our opinion.
That's right. Now, I want to ask the last question. I want to know, are you guys find Twitter is complicated and confusing to use? Because a lot of people say it. For me, it's not. It's easy. How about you guys?
I don't think so. For me, Twitter is quite simple to use if understood correctly.
Yes, I seem to think so too because in the past I have tried to have and use the Twitter application, but until now I am still confused about how to use it.
For me, I don't know because I never used Twitter, but I have heard from my friends that using Twitter is complicated.
Okay, maybe I can teach you guys someday. Okay guys, thank you for your opinions. Now let's discuss another app. Go on, Iin.
Okay guys, now my turn ya. Of course, you know what is church?
YouTube.
Yes, it's YouTube.
YouTube?
Yep, that's right. What do you think is the YouTube rate? For me, 9 out of 10.
Me
How
too.
about you?
Me too. 9
Yes.
out of 10.
It's really 9 and 10.
Okay, oh, that means that Sam. I have some question related to the YouTube application. What do you guys know about YouTube?
I think YouTube is an application in which there are many educational videos and many lessons that can be taken.
In my opinion, YouTube is an application that contains a lot of videos that we can see anything and everything through it.
Well, I agree because YouTube is an application which has all kinds of content, including education, entertainment, and can also do business on YouTube. Okay, let's move on the next question. Do you know the benefits of YouTube?
In my opinion, the benefit of YouTube that I feel is that you can get the videos for free, and there are lots of videos that educate and even educate good. And there are also learning videos so that you can find out more insight. Besides that, it can be an information center too.
I know it's so many benefits of YouTube. We can adding a lot of information, accessing music. Of course, we can learn on YouTube and many more.
Exactly.
For content creators, they can earn a lot of money from YouTube. And for us, the viewers, we can gain useful insights, entertainment, and inspiration. And YouTube also can cure my stress.
Absolutely.
Yep, that's right. Because when I'm stressed, I often go to YouTube because I play music, watch podcasts, and other things. I think YouTube is very benefits for us. The next question: what do you know about the advantages and disadvantages of YouTube?
For me, maybe what I will. The advantage of YouTube is that we can channel our potential or get knowledge for free. Besides that, it can be a source of income as well. Well then, this YouTube can be the source of the latest news, and the drawback is that there are many videos that are not worth watching for children who are still in school, minors, and sometimes there is false news that is spread.
It's true that is YouTube has videos that are inappropriate for small children to watch, but now there is a YouTube for small children whose name is YouTube Kids.
I think the advantages is we got more perspective and more insight about things, and then this disadvantages is there are still a lot of hoax news, like Siska said.
I would say the advantage of YouTube is the unlimited video that they gave. Like what I say, we can search everything and anything and it will pop up. Their videos is unlimited. And for the disadvantage is like what Siska said, a lot of inappropriate video can be available for underage even though their parents already set it up.
Okay, the last question on YouTube is that there are various kinds of content and there are many YouTubers. For example, Atta Halilintar with his content, Ria Ricis with his content, Deddy Corbuzier, Baim Wong, and many more. Who do you think is the quality and usable or interesting content?
If I think that Baim Wong's content is of higher quality and provides many benefits, why is that? Because in its content it always teaches us to be good, especially teaches us to give charity and must remain humble in any condition.
That's right, even though we already have what we have or we have enough, but we must always be humble and not arrogant.
Yes, I think the quality and usable content of YouTube is Kita Savitri with its amazing perspective and daily activity in German and traveling content. And then Mr. Vegeta with Jawan with an insightful content. And then 1% for our psychology content. And then Great Mind for self-development content. And last but not least is Maudi Ayunda with his content.
Wow, I'm more curious to watch their content.
For me, my favorite will be Nihongo Mantapo. It's such an inspiring YouTube videos. I always getting more and more excited to study. And Jerome Pauline is such a brave and smart YouTuber. And I also often see Fadil JD's video because all his video is so funny. So it's bringing up my mood.
Okay guys, thanks for your opinion. Now let's talk about other application.
Okay, let's move to another one. This is the live.
Okay guys, let's continue to talk about the next application. First read this TikTok application. For me, it's 9 out of 10.
Same, for me it's 9 out of 10.
I think it's 8 out of 10.
Me too.
Okay, it's good. It turns out that TikTok's man in your eyes is so good. At first I thought the TikTok application was only for dancing. Even other people were like that. So what's your opinion about that?
I think so. At first, the TikTok application was only dancing content, but actually now the content is more diverse, such as daily content, educational content, fashion, news, food, etc.
On TikTok now very complete. So
Yes.
For me, actually, I also used to think that this TikTok was just dancing, but no, there are also those who educate.
that's right, Vicky.
Same as you guys, especially when Bobo Alpenliber appears in 2018. I was like, yo, what kind of app is this? I will never download this thing. But in the beginning of 2020, I download TikTok and it turns out really fun.
That's right, Alfie. Okay, before I continue, I want to know first, how long have you been playing TikTok?
For me, 2 years.
For me, if I just graduate from high school, I just download TikTok maybe 2 years.
Honestly, I have been using TikTok application at the end of 2021. I think in December.
Okay, if so, while you are playing TikTok, what positive things can you feel and what you see?
I got so many perspective about things and more entertaining for me.
I think I can get excited again when I'm down because when I'm down, when I open TikTok, it becomes contains life motivation that make us excited again and get up again to fight.
For me, TikTok is my mood booster. My FYP always related to me and match with my feelings. And of course, this TikTok also gives me a lot of useful information.
Then you can really benefit from the TikTok application now. Apart from the positive, did you find or feel the negative as well? If so, what are the negatives?
For me, I haven't found anything negative on TikTok because I really scroll TikTok.
Well, sometimes they create stupid videos only to gain views and they do anything to go viral. That's what I hate about TikTok.
That's right, Alvi.
I think the negative thing is addicted for me. Sometimes I can control myself to scroll TikTok application and sometimes I find some toxic contents.
And like that sometimes Sophie. Alright guys,
Yeah.
thanks for opinion.
Okay, last but not least, I will ask you one more question. If you could only choose one social media for the rest of your life, which one will you choose? For me, it's Twitter. How about you?
For me, I will choose YouTube.
For me, I choose Instagram.
For me, I
Okay.
choose TikTok.
Okay. So that's it for our first episode of Spidcast. Thank you for listening. Be sure to sign up to our email list at spidcast.ca